Welcome to NFL Daily. I am Will Scott, and on today's show, we're going to be getting into some DeAndre Hopkins trade destinations, some rumors that he could be on the move, and it is the NFL offseason for non-playoff teams, which means there's going to be a lot of news and rumors to discuss, a lot of trade rumors like we're going to talk about on today's show. So go down and hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to stay in the loop with NFL news and rumors. Jordan Schultz reported this yesterday, absolute bombshell. Sources, Arizona Cardinals plan to try and trade all-pro wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins this offseason. D-Hop has 2 years and $34.36 million left on his contract and is likely to seek a new deal. Owner Michael Bidwell plans to express this to GM candidates. So there's this report from Jordan Schultz. The Cardinals will plan to trade Hop this offseason. Certainly going to be an eventful offseason in Arizona because not only are they having to hire a new head coach, but also a new general manager. He's just played in 19 games the last 2 seasons and, of course, missed the first 6 games of this season due to a suspension. Taking a look at what Hopkins has done throughout his career, 853 receptions, nearly 12,000 yards, 77.9 yards per game, 71 touchdowns in 10 seasons in the NFL. Spent the first 7 seasons of his career with the Houston Texans, and that's where he was really in his prime. The last 3 years he has been with Arizona, 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro, and was the NFL touchdowns receptions leader in 2017, and he's certainly expected, if he does get traded, to draw a lot of trade interest. So on today's show, we're going to talk about the top 5 DeAndre Hopkins trade destinations. What spots make the most fit? What spots would be the best fit for D-Hop right now? Now, what do you think is the best landing spot for DeAndre Hopkins? Go down to the comment section. Let me know. It is the pinned comment on today's video, so reply to it when ad break comes here. These 3 teams didn't quite make the top 5, but they still are worth noting here as teams to look out for. Obviously, the Green Bay Packers, they have a lot of question marks going into this offseason. Is Aaron Rodgers going to be back? A lot of people believe that he might either retire or maybe look to move on from Green Bay. The Cleveland Browns, so it's going to be a big offseason for them as well. And then the Detroit Lions might be a dark horse here for Hopkins. They have some assets to trade for him, and they're certainly going to be looking to contend next year after a successful season, going 9-8 under Dan Campbell in year 2. Let's get into the top 5, and coming in at number 5 is the New York Football Giants. They are going to be in the market for a wide receiver this offseason. Their wide receiver room, not that impressive. They have Slade, and they have Isaiah Hodgins, Richie James, Kenny Golladay, of course. But they're going to be looking to upgrade massively at this position. And I think the Giants need to be aggressive this offseason, regardless of how far they go in the playoffs. They have a pretty good shot to make a playoff run here, facing the Vikings this weekend. But even if they make a little playoff run, they still got to be aggressive this offseason. I think they bring back Saquon. I think they bring back Daniel Jones, but continue to build around those guys. You can do that by trading for DeAndre Hopkins. That'd be a huge weapon for Daniel Jones. Number 4, though, is the Tennessee Titans. And we've been talking about their wide receiver room for a long time here on this channel, the fact that they might look to upgrade. Taking a look at their wide receiver room, you got Robert Woods, you got Treylon Burks. Burks had some injury issues in his rookie season. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, Kyle Phillips on IR, but he was having a promising rookie season. So this is going to be an unpredictable offseason for Tennessee. You saw them make some coaching changes yesterday, firing offensive coordinator Todd Downing. Vrabel is going to be the guy there in Tennessee, obviously, but he's certainly going to be looking to make some staff changes. And I think they need to make some changes to that Tennessee offense. Is Ryan Tannehill going to be the guy next year? I'm not sure. A lot of people believed that Malik Willis could be the franchise quarterback, but he got benched for Josh Dobbs late in the season with playoffs on the line. So it's certainly going to be an unpredictable offseason for Tennessee, but I expect them to express some interest in DeAndre Hopkins. Before we get into more possible teams here for Hop, I want to tell you about our good friends over at Rocket Money. They are helping you save money by canceling unnecessary subscriptions. That's why I love using the app, formerly known as Truebill, now called Rocket Money. They're going to show all your subscriptions in one place and then cancel for you whatever you don't still want. You may even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. To cancel one, all you got to do is press cancel. Rocket Money will take care of the rest. Get rid of useless subscriptions now by going to rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. Another great thing about Rocket Money is they're also going to track your spending. They're going to show you how much you're spending this month compared to last month. I'm trying to get my spending down. It was one of my New Year's resolutions to save money this year. I'm doing that through Rocket Money, and you can get started today by downloading the app at rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Going number 3. The Bears, and this would be a lot of fun to see DeAndre Hopkins with Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is in need of a really big weapon, and I think he's exactly what Justin Fields needs heading into year 3. He showed a lot of promise in year 2. The rookie obviously was rushing for all these yards every single game, but I think he needs to start kind of expanding his passing game a little bit, and he can do that with DeAndre Hopkins. Now, they did trade for Chase Claypool. That was big. They have St. Brown, Byron Pringle, but they got to upgrade this wide receiver room in the offseason. If they don't, I would say I don't expect them to trade. I do expect them to trade the number 1 pick, so maybe they'll move back and take a wide receiver in the draft. We'll see. Will the Bears make the playoffs next year? Can they go from having the worst record in the league to making the NFL playoffs? Y for yes, N for no. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, but I could certainly see maybe a 7-10, 8-9 season in Chicago. Maybe they'll be in it till the very end. Coming in at number 2, a current playoff team, the Baltimore Ravens, and Lamar Jackson. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors that he might not be back, but if he does stay, Jackson and Hopkins would be a great tandem. I think that would be a great duo over there in Baltimore, and I think the trade makes a lot of sense for the Ravens. So they got to upgrade this wide receiver room in the offseason. But coming in at number 1 is the New England Patriots. And I do believe this is the most likely trade destination for DeAndre Hopkins. I can absolutely see the Patriots making this move. Their offense this year was abysmal. Their wide receiver room, a lot of unpredictability with that. We'll get into that in a second. But taking a look at how the Patriots' 2020 offense ranked, 21st in points per game, 26th in yards per game, 20th in passing yards per game, and dead last in the league in red zone offense. They pretty much ranked bottom half of every single offensive category. They have got to improve this offense in the offseason. Their defense is great. Their defense is the reason that they were in it until Week 18. But you absolutely have to upgrade this offense in the offseason. You have Jakobi Meyers. He's a free agent. Matthew Slater, he might retire. Nelson Agholor is a free agent. So there's a lot of question marks right now with this Patriots team. Is Mac Jones going to be the guy next year? I think so, but get him a big weapon in DeAndre Hopkins. Now, what do you think DeAndre Hopkins is worth in a trade? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. What is he worth in a trade? Maybe a second-round pick and a washed-up running back. I'm talking to you, Houston. Go down, subscribe to the channel. Again, we're going to have you covered. Trade rumors, news, also playoff content as well, of course. But with the offseason here for non-playoff teams, the rumors starting to heat up, we're going to have you covered on everything NFL related.